Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling.
So we're gonna take it back so you can understand.
Let's take it back.
When we first started talking, talking for a little minute or whatever like that, seeing how the vibes is, seeing how things gonna go, see how far things gonna get. Alright, so when we did pop out, it was a pop out with a baby. So, things just went how, I guess you won't say normal. So things was just going or whatever like that.
Wait a minute. She said when we popped out, she popped out with a baby?
And I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm gonna give my baby daddy, my first baby daddy, a name.
Okay.
His name could be that punk.
That who?
So somebody had texted me and was like, that punk is a punk. So I'm like, what the fuck? So one of my homegirls used to be with him 24/7 almost, because she was talking to a dyke that was cool with him, and it was always together.
Okay.
So I ended up texting my homegirl, whatever like that. I was like, you ever heard of that punk being gay? And she was like, no. Like, where you get that from? I'm like, I don't know. Somebody just texted me and was like, that punk is gay. So she was like, no, I never heard of that. We was always together. So I was like, all right. So once she said that, I believed her, and I just kind of like put it to the back of my head, but ain't forget about that whole little, that punk is the punk. I think it was the same day or the next day that I confirmed the punk about it. And I was like, such and such just texted me and said that you a punk. What's T? What's up? Like, let me know. And of course the punk denied it, but I went off of my homegirl word because, mind you, she was always with him. And another thing, I never heard like of him being a punk. So I just was like, all right. And then for some reason, nobody likes me. So it's like when I get with somebody, everybody got so much to say about that person. This person is so much of this person is so much of that. So I'm like, it's probably one of them situations too. So we're going to just move forward.
Yeah, they lying on my boy. They lying on my fucking boy, man.
So once I found out I was pregnant, I let the punk move in, the whole happy.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! Oh
family, big happy family type of thing. Keep up with that last part.
We got it.
So time moved forward, and if I had lost my first baby, I had a stillborn.
Aww.
So a few months after all that, went through the emotions and stuff like that, somebody else had texted me and said, the punk is a punk. So I'm like, okay, this is the second person, like, what the fuck? So I confronted the punk about it again, and I'm like, bro, this is the second person that said this. Like, everybody's saying the same thing. What's up?
What's T?
Me and the punk end up getting into hot and heavy because it's like, bro, this is the second person to say it. Like, why do people keep saying this if it's not true? So I end up texting my homegirl, the same homegirl again. I'm like, this person just said it too. So, like, can you see if it's true or not? Like, I'm kind of going off of her word because it's like you was always around him. At this time, I guess that he had these punk situations going on. So I texted her, and she texted me back, and she was like, no, like, I just asked such and such, and they said they haven't heard of it. And I asked somebody else, and it was like, no. Mind you, these all the people that was around him a lot, like, they would, possibly know. So after that, like, we moved forward from it, I guess you want to say again, but I kept it in the back of my mind.
Whoa.
And like, we just started having.
We just can't move past that. It's two people that done came to me and said that you gay. Holy.
Other issues, like dealing with females and stuff like that, like the normal, what you deal with a nigga shit.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up getting my license.
He was fucking with the hoes, though. Okay.
License a little bit after I had lost my baby or whatever, and I took the opportunity to go travel. So all the stuff that was going through, when I got ready to travel, I'm like, look, we gonna have to just break up because this, me going for all these months, and it ain't gonna work. So he was like, I could just come with you and, get a job or whatever like that. And I'm like, I don't know. On it. I stepped on the whole situation. I was like, all right, well, we're gonna just see how this first contract for me goes with him with me or whatever like that. So the first contract went good. He got a job, and that job was able to transfer to each state that I had went to. So he was kind of like my travel buddy, or whatever like that. So that was a good thing at one point in time, not traveling by myself. So we traveling or whatever like that, but we still having a whole lot of the same issues. All right, this part that I'm about to enter in the group chat, it really ain't got nothing to do with the story, but I'm gonna put that out there for y'all to understand.
Let's get it.
So my first contract, it was in Pennsylvania or whatever like that. Was the 8-week contract, and obviously he was coming with me, so he came with me. Me and him got into it real hot and heavy, and this is like halfway into the contract, and he left or whatever like that. I want to say 3 to 5 days after he left, I ended up getting a phone call that my grandma had passed.
Rest in peace, grandma.
So obviously I'm going home. So I ended up getting home that same day or whatever like that. I think it was around 10, 11 maybe. I forgot what time it was that they called me, but I was able to pull in that same day flight. Obviously, with that later flight, I was going to get home around midnight. So me and him was texting. I think that day he reached out trying to do the whole little condolences, sorry for your loss type of thing. So when I did get home from the airport, of course, I didn't go to sleep, my mind racing. So a little bit later on that day, I ended up going, obviously, be with the family. So if I'm not mistaken, that same night of that day, me and him practically got back together or whatever like that. After we had did the whole little talking, everything will be all right type of stuff, dumbass shit. So being my contract was on the 8 weeks and I was already halfway into when I got that phone call, whatever like that, I only had like 2 more weeks or a week left of that contract, so it didn't make sense to go back. So of course I get on the phone with my recruiter for my next contract or whatever like that. But I say all that to say, I was never not with him. He was never not with me.
Okay.
Like when we was back at home working, he work, I work, same days basically. He get off, I'm probably getting off, if I'm not mistaken. I had that shift, and like we was always together. Like we was never not together. So I know y'all probably in the comments wondering and stuff like that. No, I never caught him doing nothing while with me because, again, we was always together, like slept together, like all that. Like that time was the only time really much that he was not with me for a couple days. Now what happened then in that time frame, I really don't know. But on the safety part of me, like that was really the only time that me and him was not together. Like, and that's probably one of the good things about it, because like I said, if something was to happen, I was gonna find out, and this story time would have been out a long time ago. But again, he was always with me. Nothing could get past me, so that's why I guess nothing happened. Then it probably was like messages and all that kind of shit, but actually doing something, how he was like, he went to bed with me throughout the day, like he at work. When I get off, he, stuff like that. So, like, nothing really happened that I know of. Thank God. So, I had to insert that part in for y'all to understand, like, we was always together. So, if anything would have happened, I would have known. Trust me. So, yeah, Tim, Rob, and the Punk. All right?
Okay.
So, one day, me and the Punk had gotten into it. We was always into it or whatever like that. And he goes and posts a picture of me on Facebook, me and him. So, I'm going to give these 2 people a name. I'm going to give one of them named Rob, another named Tim. So Tim goes and laughs at the Punk's post with me and him. Now mind you, all these people is
so funny. What's so funny?
Hello, motherfucker.
Funny style, okay?
Okay.
So I'm like, why is Tim laughing at the post or whatever like that? So I'm asking all in the group chat, family group chat and everything else, like, why is he laughing at the Punk's post? Nobody knew why Tim was laughing at the Punk post. The Punk was like, oh, me and Tim kin. My cousin, she kin to the Punk for sure. If I'm not mistaken, Rob and maybe Tim. She's kin to them. So when he was laughing, I was like asking him, like, what the fuck Tim could be laughing for, or whatever like that. She was like, I don't know. So nobody knew why Tim was laughing. I didn't know why Tim was laughing. Tim probably didn't know why he was laughing. But that situation just went by. So one morning, midnight morning, I guess that's the Punk hours. Tim calls the Punk back to back. So I'm like, punching the punk, bitch, get the fuck up and answer this phone. Like, you know I don't sleep heavy. Answer the fucking phone. You just letting the shit ring. The phone stopped ringing, and then Tim sends a message like, bet. So now I'm down there beating the fuck out of the punk because, bro, like, what the fuck is going on? Because now I know that Tim is funny style. So I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck? He like, oh, me and Tim Ken, I don't know what he want. Da 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 da. So mind you, it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning, maybe 4 o'clock, the punk hours. So I have to wait a little while till my cousin get up to ask her, my cousin that's kin to them, what the fuck is going on. So I was running into my cousin or whatever like that, and she was like, hold on, because the punk and Rob is kin for sure. Rob and Tim is kin from my knowing, but the punk and Tim is not kin at all. And like I said, she know that because she's kin to them. So I'm like going off on him, like, and he swore up and down, y'all, that he was kin to Tim. I'm like, bro, like, and I was trying to tell you, like, bitch, I'm getting this from a reliable source. Like, you're not kin to Tim at all. Like, what the fuck? So, like I said, this a whole argument between me and him because he swore up and down that he was kin to Tim. But like I said, they wasn't kin. Only Rob and Tim is kin. The punk and Rob is kin, for sure. And from that day, I'm like, bro, this shit gotta be true. Like, what the fuck? So, I couldn't get, like, nothing from out of that at all. Like, nobody was saying nothing. So, I'm like, I don't know. Like, what the fuck? So, you know, it was bumpy with me and the punk after that. For real. But I guess shit kind of, like, died down a little bit. But that part, you can ask the punk. I was, like, on him about it. I'm like, bro, everything he did, I'm like, what the fuck, you a punk? Like, that's probably one of the signs.
I ain't gonna lie, if you gotta be asked, first of all, there's too many motherfuckers that came and said he gay. And then if you gotta be wondering and shit, gay,
that I completely missed. Like, that's one of the situations that, like, slipped under my fucking belt, y'all. And before y'all come in the comments, last year, because this is when all this, me and the punk broke up or whatever like that, because I broke up with him immediately last year. And I realized, calling out everything that happened, I'm like, damn, I missed the fucking signs for real. Like, it was right in my face. But time went on, obviously, after that, and I ended up going on my last contract that was with him. So after the punk, Tim, and Rob little situation, me and my cousin talking or whatever like that, and she was like, bro, the punk got a brother that's gay. He look exactly, y'all, he is copy and paste of the punk. I swear to God. The brother, I forgot where he live at, but he is copy and paste of the punk. I swear to God, y'all. I wish I could post a picture without, you know, revealing everybody. But the punk look just like the brother. The brother, I'm telling you, they, like, you would think that that's the punk. So she was like, maybe that's who they mistaking him for. Okay. Then I looked at a picture with the, you know, the brother with makeup on, and I'm like, bro, like, shit. A punk with makeup that look like the punk. So she was like, she go dig into it or whatever like that. Now, mind you, that's another sign that I missed. The punk whole immediate family is Dyson punks. Seriously. Like, I guess, like, I should have, like, that should have been #1 red flag for me. So anyways, my next contract starts or whatever like that. The last contract that he was on with me. That contract was the worst contract ever. Like, we could not get to common ground. Like, we could not get it together for real. So I was like, bro, when we get home, I'm done with you. I say, and honestly, you can leave right now. But, you know, we was both making money. My shifts was my shifts, but I always picked up extra. Like, just to stay away. You know, his shifts was his shifts. Like, we barely seen each other unless we was passing off together or whatever like that. So I'm like, bro, I could pull these, you know, the next couple weeks off. Just, you know, stay out my way. So about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, you already know, the phone gets to going off again. So I'm like, bro, like, I'm already irritated. Answered the phone. The bitch act like he was fucking asleep. And I think he knew he had fucked up at that point in time, because this bitch act like he ain't know. Like, you would have thought he was a newborn baby. Like, he was lost to the world. So I ended up taking the phone, and I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck? So I'm looking on the notification screen. I'm seeing, you know, I'm gonna give this punk named Sally. So I'm seeing Sally go up and down the fucking notification screen. I'm like, bro. At that point in time, I'm like, yeah, this punk is really a motherfucking. So when I seen that, I looked at him like, bro, you texting Sally? Like, you is a fucking, you the biggest punk now. So he's sitting up there talking about it. What you talking about? Acting like he was crazy and dumb to the world. I don't know what the messages was before, but I ended up seeing only from whatever on down. So the punk gets to sending Sally a picture of his privates.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, man, what the fuck? So I ended up reading some. Hold on, let me get my iPad. I'm gonna tell you exactly word for word what it was saying. So, hold on. Alright, so what is it? Alright. So, hold on. Alright, here we go. So the punk sends Sally a picture of his private part. Now Sally goes and send a picture back, a video back of him, you know, licking somebody up. Like, what the fuck? So Sally was like, your ugly ass saw me snapping you too. And the punk said, eat that up. And Sally said, where you at, stink, glad my ass off. And the punk said, still out of state. And Sally was like, oh boy, you acting like you home. And the punk said, I got a big, ready to be put in your mouth. And if I was home, you wasn't gonna pull up. Now this was the crazy part about that little part, because you was living with me. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, like, nothing could have really passed by unless he would have went somewhere else. And that never happened really much. But anyways, that was it. And then Sally was like, no, you was pulling up. That's why I got my own house. And the punk said, So then I get the screen recording or whatever like that. Because I'm like, bro, this can't be real. Just to have for me or whatever. And Sally was like, question mark, trying to figure out like what's going on. I'm sure Sally knew it was me probably. Because obvious. So after that, I'm looking, I'm like, I'm disgusted as fuck. I was like irritated, disgusted. I thought I was gonna go to jail because it's like, nigga, like after all this time, you could have been said I'm gay, and I would have been left here alone because I don't mess with no punks if I know. So after that, I'm like, bro, I'm extra done with you. I don't talk to no punks. Now that I know that ain't going down. Too much be going down. So that nigga got to saying, oh, I'm just playing. I'm like, nigga, you is not playing. Like, you really want that, the sense, like, you not playing. And you really is a fucking punk. And there ain't no coming.
Don't nobody play like that.
Back from that. I cannot unsee that. I would never unsee that. And you is damn sure a motherfucking punk. The biggest one. Like, you the biggest undercover, want to be undercover, not undercover, punk. You all that. Like, you all that. Like, you might as well just stick to strictly niggas. Like, you is not bi, train, none of that. I don't even know. You not none of that. You is by far in the LGBTQ plus extra community. Like, you is that. Nigga got mad because I'm going off or whatever like that. I'm like, bro, I'm not even really much mad because, like I said, I wasn't like super surprised, but I'm like, it caught me off guard. But mind you, I had already put in my head, you know, the last little incident, like, something not right for real. But let me just see how it's gonna play out. Let me see if something gonna happen. Let me see if some proof or whatever gonna come up or whatever like that. And here, I got the proof with my own 2 eyes. Well, full. I had glasses on. So I was trying to see. Nigga looking at me crazy like I'm losing my mind. Or I seen fucking ghost messages or something like that. I'm like, nigga, it's here. I'm like, it's like he was, bro, I'm telling you. I knew you was slow, but it's like, bro. Like, you see that I'm seeing this, me and you both looking at it, and you still sit up here trying to deny that you was a punk. It's okay. Your family go accept it for who you are, but I'm not. And he was like, just like, fucking and all. I'm like, nigga, I already had put it on your fucking mind what was gonna go down when I get home. But now, this is really gonna go down. So, at your own risk, the punk is a punk. Like, you know, they was Not really saying it, but I'm telling you, I done seen it. Like, I ain't see the shit then. I saw the shit now. And yeah, so I'm letting y'all know, the punk is a punk. And that's how I found out.
Ugh. She went through my boy phone and seen that he was sending dick pictures. Why that ain't working? Hey, only thing I can say, man, y'all be careful, man. If you got any fucking any hint, any goddamn sign of motherfucker being gay, they probably gay, no cap. You know what I'm saying, ladies? So be careful. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of down low. Keep it on the down low, down low. Said I keep it on. Y'all better watch out, man. But shit, at least she found out. I guess she had another baby by him because she said the baby she had a miscarriage. So rest in peace. To the first baby. Sorry for her loss. I'm not sure she had another baby by him, but ooh, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all be careful. Make sure y'all be paying attention. You know what I'm saying? The niggas that be getting they goddamn clear on their fingernails, you better be careful. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I ain't gonna say niggas that get the clear on their fingernails gay, but it's weird to me. But like, I know family members that do it. Like my own brother, he does it. My dad, he does it. So, but I'm just never doing that shit. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me. Make sure y'all smash that like button. It's your boy Ray Big Play. I'm out. Peace.